One of us has to start. What's up, YouTube? How's it going? This is Brown.
I'm Roger.
And here we are with our final episode of Rick and Morty for the season finale. We finally made it all the way through. Feels like just yesterday I was watching the first episode.
Probably because we did watch it yesterday.
Probably because we did kind of crammed it all yesterday and bring you guys to the finale. A lot of stuff happened in the past two episodes before we get to this finale. A lot of big changes, I would say, or a lot of big conclusion, I would probably say. Not changes, conclusion, or
lots of closure.
Lots of closure. Huge closure. I would say huge closure. On all sides. It wasn't just like Rick and Morty kind of deal this time. It was like Rick and everybody.
Yep.
Getting to their state, kind of say.
Yep.
You see, obviously we see how Rick and Morty, Rick actually cares about Morty, or you see that tying a little bit how he starts to care about him. Same thing for Beth, how he feels some type of leniency towards Beth as well, or they have that secret bond because she always comes in at the end of some episodes like I'm not getting paid enough for this stuff, or I'm dealing with whatever you guys throw at me, or what I'm left with in a sense. So it's probably just like another Morty for Rick, probably. And then you see Jerry and Rick they had their one episode as well. They had their sense of closure, this is where we stand with each other. And then the last one was the Rick and Beth, which I think was pretty cool. You see a little bit, again, closure between those two. Beth realizing how similar she is to her father, and how Rick proves to her too, you're smart, you can do whatever you want, you can go in there anywhere you want, that kind of stuff. So I think that's pretty cool as far as how they tied in the last two episodes, as far as Beth's big decision, in a sense, and what she decided to do at the very end as far as not becoming the clone.
Or becoming the clone.
And this is just Rick's way of saying, you're not a clone. Because they do mention that a lot. It's like, well, isn't that what you tell a clone so he doesn't die? Tell it you're not a clone to prevent it from going haywire.
And he was trying to tell her, he's like, hey, you're not just saying, when they were having the phone call, he's like, you're not just saying okay because you become self-aware.
Yeah.
And
now you're scared that I'm going to kill
you're
you.
a clone and then you're going to die. Like,
yeah. Which freaks her out more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think instead of becoming the clone, I think what happened was he erased her memory or tampered with it somehow.
I would say tampered because I know she is aware that they had that conversation.
Yes.
Where he initially pitched, hey, I can make a clone of you.
Yeah. And we already saw in the episode before that in Morty's Mind Blowers.
Yeah, that he does have that
capacity
potential
and the potential to do that, right? So I think that's probably what happened, because even when she was having that conversation with Jerry about that one memory, she was like, oh, well, my memory of it is that I hated it.
Right.
Now, was that always the case? Did Rick tamper with it? Is that
maybe
why
she did really hate it, or who knows?
We don't know.
Yeah. But that's what makes the show that much better.
Yeah.
The fact that us, the audiences, don't know, even though they do break the fourth wall a lot more towards the end of the season, which I think is really cool.
Yep.
They are self-aware that it's a show, which I think is really, really cool.
Yep.
They did that.
One thing that I did appreciate was that they made fun of Minecraft.
Yes.
And that's probably one thing that I'm going to catch a lot of flack for from people, but I hate Minecraft. Fight me. I don't care. Grab your little diamond sword, your little pickaxe.
We're at WATCHTOWER, in case you don't know. You can come.
You find me.
He's here.
At me.
Oh.
Yeah, I hate Minecraft, so.
Yeah, yeah, come at us.
I hate Minecraft, so then when they were taking the little jabs at Minecraft, I was like, well, yeah,
that's pretty cool.
This.
Yeah, it's like, you mine stuff so you can mine stuff later to build stuff to mine stuff again.
Yeah.
In a sense, that does make no sense.
Yeah.
While we have this game, I will never know.
Yeah, but so many people are addicted to it.
I don't know. I can't say stuff he said. I don't think so.
Well, anyway.
This is rated for everybody. Anyways,
presidential fight scene.
Whew.
Yep.
I think, like I told you earlier, I think this proves or shows how the potential that Rick has of just being a complete badass. It's like, you guys don't know what I am.
Yeah.
I could be a god. I could be a human. I could be...
He was referred to as a god several times throughout this episode.
Which I might agree. The guy touched him and he died.
Yeah.
You didn't just die of any natural causes. He just died of death. So Rick said.
I love that little in exchange between them. He's like, "What kind of death was that? Instant."
Instant.
Yeah,
it was instant death. That's it. There's nothing to it. So just seeing Rick and the president finally go at it. So, again, Rick and Morty kind of got tired of being their president's bitches in a way, doing his dirty deeds. Ghostbusters, yeah.
Yeah.
And the president realizing the Ghostbusters isn't cool anymore. Mm-hmm. It really isn't anymore after the last
and there
movie.
were also a lot of like jabs / allusions to the current president.
Oh,
where,
yeah.
Sending missile strikes and, doing stuff to do with his own
like, personal agenda kind of deal.
Yeah, like incompetencies and insecurities and things like that. And
exactly.
How he's childish and deals with things the way he wants to do.
Exactly.
You know, but
current president.
Politics aside.
Politics aside. That's another episode for another video.
Yep. But I don't know. So here's my thing. Towards the end, Rick started talking about how he could be at many places at once. These might not even be the real Rick and Morty. They could just be robots controlled by whatever.
Right.
Through like a sensor.
That. Yeah.
That he's millions of miles away or whatever.
Where he is.
Based on that little monologue, right? I think it could be evil Morty that we saw a couple episodes ago.
Who took over the
Citadel?
Who
was elected president of the
not
city.
Took over to elected legally.
Yeah.
In their will.
So I think it might be because they obviously set evil Morty up for different and bigger, better things, right?
Clearly.
So I think that this might be the first step into him controlling a Rick and a Morty and destroying Rick's life.
To be honest, that actually, now you say that, it kind of makes more sense as far as season wise.
Yeah.
You kind of look at it, it's like. Kind of ties back to my theory, which still hasn't been proven wrong, right? If he's still trapped in that mind thingy.
True.
Maybe he is, and maybe this is evil Morty doing something while he's trapped in that mind. He's kind of ruining or taking over his life of Rick.
So if this is the original C-137, or like we saw in the evil Morty episode, Tales from the Citadel, that there can be C1, like it was D716A, B, and C, right?
Yeah.
So there's the same universe, different timelines within that existing universe.
Yeah.
Could this be a separate timeline within that same universe, the same C-137, and evil Morty is controlling a Rick and a Morty and destroying Rick's life on this timeline in C-137?
Or could this be the original Rick? Because he does mention instead of that his Rick and him bounced around a lot of different dimensions. And then Mind Blowers, you see that. You see how they bounce around in different dimensions.
And he also did say that like moving to a different Earth is a bitch. He did say that.
He does say it in this one as well. That's the only reason he's like, that's the only reason I stick around. It's not because I want to, it's because moving to another Earth is a bitch.
Yeah.
And at the very end, at the end of this finale, you see him struggle with that realization. It's like he's about to leave again for another Earth. But he's still trying to part that whole fact that it's gonna be a lot of mess, a lot of work to kind of fit back into that new Earth. So you never know. I mean, it could be that. I mean,
so I'm expecting whenever season 4 does come out in a really long time,
4 or 5 years from now.
Yeah, I'm hoping no more than 2. I'm
hoping no more than 2. Butthole will have grandkids or like the long beard, like we said he was.
Yeah. So whenever, So I'm hoping no more than 2 years. Right. So hopefully when it comes back, it'll be like Rick and Morty coming back to this timeline of Earth and being like, holy shit, what happened? Yeah. What happened while we were gone?
Yeah. So it leaves us with a huge gap in time because again, we still don't know whatever happened to Mr. Creepy Butthole. We still don't know what happened to Squanchy.
Yep.
Bird person, now Phoenix person.
Yep.
What's that girl's name again? The evil person? I forgot her name.
The evil?
Yeah. Tammy. We don't know what Tammy went. So it's like a lot of stuff going on. We kind of find a catch up to evil Morty, like you said. But now we're like, okay, what happens to everybody else? They're gone, they're dead. What's going
shadows.
on? So it kind of leads to a lot of questions, and it kind of, I guess you could say, now that the season's over, it kind of says the way that it's kind of like, how do I say, closure in a sense again for everybody. Because at the end, you see how Beth gets back with Jerry. They have that bond now again. Now they kind of like, we are actually now a family now. Who cares about our kids? And we're going to have a family now.
And there's that whole thing where they said it's going to be like season 1.
Yeah, and then
more
again,
mainstream episodes.
It's going to be more like season 1, so it's going to be more instead of bouncing around all over the place.
Yeah.
So, and again, that's why, also, I don't know if you caught it, Summer says that in Mind Blower at the end. He's like, this is why we never get anything done and we're so behind. Because Mind Blowers.
Yeah.
You never get stuff done. But this last episode, honestly, I'm cool with it in the sense there was a lot of trickery between the president and Rick proving to the president like, hey, you can't stop me, you can't catch me, I'm Rick.
Yep.
You know, you can try to come get me, I dare you kind of deal, like ultimatums, like come get me, or you know, you could try.
And then that whole thing of the Oval Office where he takes out all the guards just because of a selfie that Morty originally didn't want.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, you know, then you kind of see and then again, punching jokes left and right at politics in general.
There was even like a Spy Kids illusion thing whenever he like dials the phone number and 2 kids come out.
Yeah, there you go.
And then Rick throws the candy to start throwing. That fight scene alone was pretty cool. Because he brings out that staff.
Yeah.
That thing was tight.
I think it was pretty cool. Yeah. It just, again, shows the potential of Rick and how prepared he is. And I'm still wondering if the guy's really dead. Like the guy who touched him.
Oh, he's probably dead. He's probably dead. If everybody else died, he's probably dead.
He kind of makes you wonder, like, did Rick really just kill all those people in the Oval Office with the whip and laser and just, that's it, done?
Yeah.
They're not coming back for season 3.
And I still stand by what I said a couple episodes ago, that I need a Rick and Morty fighting game. And I feel
now more than ever.
Now more than ever.
Now that we can include the president.
The president is now officially on that lineup, and there should be like 3 different versions of Rick. There should be like standard C-137 Rick, Pickle Rick. There's also this episode Rick.
Cyborg Rick, I would say. Cybernetic Rick. Because I know in that one episode where he goes with Jerry, you see how he has like a laser eye and the
like
arm.
Vindicator's Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you just notice, didn't his arm get chopped off in the Beth episode?
In the Beth episode,
So where did he get his arm from?
I'm sure he can regrow it.
Fair enough.
I'm sure it happens behind the scenes. That's also a thing that happened. Yeah.
And they just make a whole clone in like less than an hour.
Yeah, chop that arm off, then, reattach it to himself somehow. It could definitely happen.
At this point, I don't even know what Rick can't do.
Can or can't do it.
I'll say I don't think he has a limit.
Is there a limit? The limit does not exist. Not right now, anyway.
He break that limit a long time ago and say, you know what, I am.
And the thing is, Rick is Rick. He's always so prepared for everything, anything and everything. He always has something. Like immediately when his arm got chopped off in that Beth episode,
I honestly would think that he's probably more prepared and capable than Batman.
Ooh.
I'll stand behind that statement. Yeah. I would say he's more prepared than Batman.
Yeah, well,
he's more analyzed.
Yeah, my argument for Batman is like Batman will beat you the second time.
There you go, the second time. He'll figure out the first one. I don't think he'll figure out Rick. I think even the second time, Rick will pull out some crazy stunt.
Oh yeah, Rick is like an ever-changing enigma.
Yeah.
So Rick v. Batman. Batman is a special DLC character for the fighting game. Boom.
Done. Patent still pending.
Who makes these comics?
Oni
Press.
Oni Press.
Oni Press. I was gonna say DC and Oni can make like a merger deal. Probably make it like a Capcom fighter game.
That would be dope. I'll buy that.
Yep.
And play the shit out of it.
Yep.
So
and if they make it Capcom fighter game, then the next Marvel vs. Capcom, we can have Rick versus whoever in the Marvel universe.
Rick versus the universe. Yep. Plural.
That should be the name of the game.
Rick versus the universe. So yeah. So here we are. Like I said, grand finale. We don't know when we get another season. That might be a couple years from now. Might be tomorrow.
Yep.
Might be another April Fool's joke like they did this time.
Yep.
Which I really hope not. I'm still traumatized from that one. But it's been fun.
Yep.
Honestly, I'm not. It was fun. Pretty stoked. I'm excited. I'm so stoked from the very first episode of Rick and Morty that aired up until now. It still hasn't lost that interest. It keeps you
it's still
there.
very binge worthy.
Yeah, honestly.
Across all seasons.
Yeah, and it's one of those I like about this series. It's one of those things you can just pick an episode and just watch it.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch 2 episodes before to kind of catch what happened. No, you can just pick any episode and watch it, and you're fulfilled by it. It's like, it's funny, it's cool, it's fun.
Sometimes when I'm editing these videos or when I'm doing work for this channel, like graphic work,
right,
I'll just go on those YouTube live streams where they have all the Rick and Morty episodes and just pick one and then just play it from wherever. Yeah,
it's really cool. That's one thing I really like about this this series. So
it's pretty cool.
Sucks to see it go, but they do have the comics. One thing I know you guys have seen us post them here. They do have the comics still going on, so you can still catch some of their adventures you've never seen.
Yep.
Hence, mind blowers.
Yep. The comics by Oni Press for the actual Rick and Morty main series. And
then you have the Pocket Morty for the game. Yeah.
For the Pocket Morty game.
I do know that this one actually, the main series does have, in case you were really wanting to see Interdimensional Cable 3, you can still watch it on that one.
Yeah.
Not watch it, but you can read it. There's a comment that says Interdimension Cable 3. And you can watch it in case you're getting mind blowers.
And just like Mr. Poopy Butthole made an appearance at the end of
yes,
the
he comes back.
episode, he makes an appearance in this episode, or in this issue, in this comic.
Yes.
Okay.
So Mr. Poopy Butthole does come back again at the end.
Who is this? Could this be like a baby Summer, you think?
Maybe Baby Summer.
Beth?
Or Beth.
So how long,
So anyways, he shows
how long
up.
have they known Mr. Poopy Butthole?
Well, apparently, because wasn't that second season when it's like, you know, we've been friends for so long.
Yeah.
You know, we've been there for each other.
Does this answer a lot of questions?
You will have to read this to find out.
Read it to find out.
But yeah, Mr. Brujo does make that appearance at the end of the season again, like the previous season.
Yep.
And then he, you know, he has a family now. He got his GED. Good job, Mr. Brujo.
Yep.
Way to stick it to the man.
Congratulations.
I'm proud of you, man. We were wondering about you for a little bit, but you pulled through with the bullet wound and everything. You made a family.
Yeah.
We'll see
High
him
school
later.
dropout came up big.
Telling you, yeah.
Yeah.
Now he has a family and everything. So good job, Mr. Brujo. Proud of you. So I guess that's it. Honestly.
End it there. So what were your favorite parts of the season? What was your favorite episode?
Yeah, let us know.
Who's your favorite new character?
Season was it? How many season? 2 seasons already? 3 seasons?
3.
3 seasons, yeah.
This is the third one. We're
Wow,
going
I can't
for the
believe
fourth.
it's already been 3.
Yep.
So yeah, let us know what was your favorite episode
Next
of all
week.
3 seasons. What are your comments on things? What do you think about this last finale?
Yep.
How it ended off? Are you satisfied? You're not satisfied? Obviously, we're not satisfied. We want more, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So I think we'll go ahead and end it there, guys. My name's Roger.
Brown.
And we'll see y'all
Whenever they decide to make another one. Well, we see us in the next video, but not talking about this.
Soon, Rick. I don't know. Just